Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with Cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.
And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Weazel News. My name is Lindsay Lauren. This is Dick Dastardly. How are we doing this evening, Mr. Dastardly? It has been quite the week.
Yes, it has. I'm doing wonderful now, Lindsay. I hope you have had an awesome week yourself.
It has been a good week. It really, really has. You know, some of the leaves are falling. So it's been a lot of seen a lot of yard pickup going on. I did that some myself this weekend. So lots of good stuff happening within the city, and we've had a lot of action to go along with it.
That's right. I actually just got back into the city for my little vacation. Oh, about 3 hours ago. I spent the weekend up in Mount Chiliad.
That is awesome. I hope you had quite the fun time out there. I know, didn't you? You rented the cabin up there on Mount Gilead.
Oh yes, we did. We went in the cabin up there. We roasted marshmallows, made homemade spaghetti, and we went down to Paleto to do some shopping down in Paleto in some of the stores up there. We just had a nice, relaxing time. It was a cool evening and nights up on Mount Chiliad recently.
That is awesome. Did you get to go to the pawn shop and all down there? I know that's been had quite some nice treasures lately.
I have, believe it or not, the pawn shop is almost like one of those consignment shops type things. They got all kinds of random items that might, wet your whistle, I guess you could say, or might suit your
Whoa.
taste. Yeah. So everybody should go ahead and check out that pawn shop up there.
Yes. Yeah, that's been one that we haven't highlighted in a bit, but definitely has some awesome finds.
That's right, but I guess we should jump in the headlines. I mean, that's what everybody's here for. They're
It
not here to hear about our weekend, are they?
I don't. You hope, but no, they're definitely here to hear the headlines. Would you like to take us away with what happened last week?
Yes. Tuesday. I know Tuesday we had some stolen cars. I believe I found some stolen cars in the back of some box trucks up in
Oh,
the Davis area.
I believe so. Out in the Davis area, we had we had the fire department out that evening, and we also had Lieutenant O'Connor of the SAHP. He was out there, and we had uh, two two box trucks with some questionable items in and around them. I did hear that a off-duty corrections officer is the one who stumbled upon the findings of a stolen vehicle in the back of a box truck, and the or the state troopers are thinking that it might have been a drug uh, maybe a drug deal or a drug bust gone wrong in some way, and they
Hmm.
found the aftermath.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
They're just trying to hide the vehicles, maybe.
Mhm.
I also know
Yeah.
we also had an officer involved shooting right around the corner from that location too, where the subject passed away. And he possibly could have been involved in that same situation, or it could have
Maybe.
been completely unrelated to that
Mhm.
location.
Mhm. Yeah, it was, and it was on the. There was also, I believe, I'm not sure if we're talking about the same situation, but up on the highway there was a shooter. There was an automatic rifleman on the uh, on the freeway, and it actually caused an accident where a garbage truck, a waste management truck, was hanging off of the edge. Luckily, no one was hurt, no one was injured, um, which is quite amazing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, that was two very separate incidents. I remember that happening at nighttime, and the officer involved shooting was during the daylight hours.
Wow.
I see. Then they also had a body found like in a
In a
tunnel near the river that was on fire.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that part of the city is becoming a rough neighborhood once again.
It really is. I felt like it turned around a little bit for not I don't want to say for the for the better, but it kind of had its more lighter moments. But it's definitely taken a turn for almost the worst lately, unfortunately to say.
That's definitely true. 'Cause I believe they had two fires at the same residence down Grove Street. Down there was, I think the postal
Goodness.
was 114 or
Yes. Yep.
124, I
Right.
believe.
Right in the cul-de-sac there.
That's right. I think first time maybe Carla, our wonderful citizen Carla, who's
Yep.
always seems to be at the right place at the right time, was able to call it in, and she had her
Wow.
8 children hiding away to make sure they didn't get hurt.
At least she was hiding them. I did hear that one fire was due to an oil spill in the kitchen, but I mean they find some hefty products in those houses sometimes, so maybe one of those was put into play to make that fire spread more quickly. I'm unsure of all of that information, but if we do get that for you, we will let you all know.
That's absolutely right. I do also remember Tuesday night that the SAFD and the Highway Patrol, both Lieutenant O'Connor and Chief McGroin,
Hmm.
responded to a potential jumper off of a
Yes.
building near the Center Street station.
Yes, which luckily, and Lieutenant O'Connor did get partially injured in that call trying to help that person, but luckily he made a full recovery and is doing very well. So we are
That's
happy
right.
about that.
And unfortunately, the subject actually slipped off the building as he was
Oh my
trying to come
goodness.
back onto the building. So our prayers and thoughts are with that family.
Goodness, that is a very unfortunate and sad circumstance.
Yes, it is. Did we have
Yes.
anything else happen that
Um,
Tuesday
that
night? Major?
evening, really trying to think. I know we had a out in the Grove Street. I know we had a individual of possibly the Ballas or maybe just an average Karen. I wasn't able to get to that call, but I heard it over the radio transmission that somebody was claiming that Grove Street was their block. And you know how that
Oh
can get.
boy.
You know how that can get, but luckily I do think that it was just a Karen out in the midst, and they were able to successfully, downplay that so no one was, no one got injured, and it was just a Karen having a bad day. But Grove Street, when you hear somebody say that that's their block, you never know what you're gonna get into.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad thing to walk up and go Grove Street and say this is my block
Yeah,
unless you're actually part of,
right,
the Grove Street families down there.
right, yeah, yeah. So
You're asking to go missing for a little while.
yeah, Potentially, and speaking of that, like I said, and we keep saying this every week, but our own Sky Davis is still missing. So if you do hear any words, of anything around the community, please let law enforcement know. We do hope that she's safe, but it is still, really up in the air as to where she is at this time. And
That's absolutely
I'm
right.
not sure if they've gotten any other leads recently, or not, but we are praying for her.
Yes, we are. It makes you kind of wonder if the recent shootings at myself have been,
Mm-hmm.
linked to her
Yes,
potential missing.
you have had a few of those.
That's right. I do wear my bulletproof vest the
Oh,
entire time now that I'm out on the streets.
I do now too. Yeah, I'm. You can't trust it.
I
Cannot
think I may
trust
have to
it.
wind up putting in for a good old fashioned concealed carry permit, just for that extra level of
Mm-hmm.
protection. You never know what happens on these streets around here.
Yeah, that is a really good point there, Dick. A very, very, very good point.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Lindsay.
Yes. There are um uh more luckily workers around the city now that can potentially have an eye out. As we know, the DOT have been operating within the city and the state. Last week they did some work on a main that they were able to fix out in the Vespucci area, but they've recently gotten a few more um locations where they have a hub, so to speak, out in Harmony, Polito, Eastern Los Santos, and then out there, of course, by the Humane Labs, where they can get those I don't want to say products, that's the wrong word, where they can get their
The
vehicles
equipment.
out.
The
And there we
equipment.
go. I'm like, it's not a product. Hello. Hello. Yes, their equipment out, and help the city and do some good work.
That's absolutely right.
Yes, awesome, awesome. Speaking of equipment, the San Andreas fire department has gotten a Seagrave. I'm gonna butcher this word. My apologies. Seagrave Marauder.
Marauder.
Marauder. There we go. Marauder. Thank you, Dick. Marauder. I always say that one wrong. Fire engine 28. We welcome that. It had its first day on the streets the past Saturday, I do believe, and then they also got a Can-Am Rescue ATV, which will help um, out in the county specifically.
That's gonna be awesome. I heard that side by side has a very high top speed.
Yes, yes, indeed, indeed. Which is awesome. Love having new equipment that people can use and have fun with.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm interested in seeing that up in Mount Chili, that area, and see how well that would be used if the call came in to use it.
Yeah, yeah. Have you been listening to that? Did you listen to any good music over the weekend when you were out on Mount Chiliad?
Believe it or not, I think the mountains up there kind of upset the radio signals
Uh,
somewhat. We just had to make our own music, playing the guitars and the bongos and stuff, and just entertaining each other up
that's
there.
fun. You brought the
It was definitely
bongos out?
different. Bongos, yeah, we had some bongos in our cabin, believe it or not.
That's fun.
You don't say you don't think I believe me there, Lindsay.
Do you know how to play the bongos?
Well, you don't really play the bongos; you
No.
play at the bongos.
Okay. But do you know
We'll say that.
do you know any good songs to go along with it though? Like
All I know is don't.
Great song. Great song there. Great song there, Nick. That was awesome. Um, yes. But yeah, I've been listening to actually some country music lately, which kind of goes along with your laid back weekend in the mountains and your badunk badunk bongos. uh, Lord, we have fun here at Weazel News.
We're gonna have to copyright that. Don't.
A knock knock. Yes. Speaking of more stuff that's happened in the city, there was a drunk male last night who was trying to get to the beach, and he was in the middle of the road in an inner tube trying to get his way to the beach.
In an inner tube in the
In
middle of the road.
in the middle of the road, he was about like 6 or 7 blocks out from the beach, trying to get to the beach, but he was in the middle of the road in like a little like beach tube.
Now that sounds just like our city right there. That sounds just like it.
That really does. That really does. And Granny Swag was out last night, and she almost got arrested. Luckily, O'Connor came, and her and O'Connor are on a good. I don't know if you want to say level. I don't really know. I think she's still trying to go after him because she secret. I don't know. Maybe I was gonna say secretly, but not so secretly wants to be with him.
Well, maybe they're on good terms. We'll say good terms. That's what we're
Good
trying to say. Good
terms. Yeah.
terms.
Yeah. We'll say that. We'll say that. Yeah. But
That's a more
luckily.
polite thing to say.
Yeah, but luckily she did not go to jail last night, even though she tried to spray her phone number in spray paint on the side of a concrete wall right
Oh
next
my.
to a ad board. So she could have paid the $10, but instead she spray painted and had to. And luckily she brought a brush and they, scraped it all off and cleaned it up. But Granny Swag almost got herself written up and put in jail.
That little lady, but might want to be careful. 'Cause they some colorful characters. We'll say that behind
Yeah,
bars in our local jails.
yeah, mhm,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Polito was her best bet up there when she was up there in that jail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure she met Big Willie. So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder if she
Yeah.
showed them how to use the eggplants.
I don't know. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, we don't. We really don't. Speaking of old timers, you know Herbert got in an accident again.
That
Again.
man still has a license. How is this
I
happening?
I do not know. That is the question that I ask myself every time I hear about it.
One of
But
these days they'll send him a notice that his license has been rejected. But the
yeah.
way our postal system works, it would probably get lost in the mail also.
It honestly probably would, but from what I heard, the officer on scene didn't have enough to go off of to remove the license. But I mean, there's only a matter of time. I mean, how many incidences can you have?
Well, I remember a few weeks ago he was trying to get a pilot's license.
He was, he
Yeah,
was,
so
yeah.
yeah, we'll just have to
Seatbelts,
leave it at that.
seatbelts, yeah, yeah, yeah. But he did, it was a subtle fender bender. But I mean, no matter what he does, he makes the news just because he's Herbert.
I'm about to say Herbert is a very colorful
He
character. I
is.
think more folks enjoy Herbert than what Herbert realizes.
I do as well. I really do. I do as well. I mean,
Herbert and his sherbert.
no, oh Lord, oh Lord, are you trying to get some of that sherbet, Dick?
I don't want none of Herbert sherbert. No, no, Dick doesn't want Herbert sherbert. Silence, and there's
Oh,
silence.
oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Wow. Wow.
I told you it's been a great weekend here,
It
Lindsay.
it
You know, I got
has.
some good dad jokes this weekend.
You are on a roll. You are on a roll this evening. You are. Um Speaking of being on a roll, we'll roll into our next little headline we have here. See what I did there? See what I did there?
I see what you did. Change the subject really quick.
Yes. The court system will be having its hopefully will be having its next court date on December 2nd at 7 Central 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But with that, they are looking to hire a long time, or one or two long time residents of the city to join the legal team. I know they have gotten a few applicants, and good luck to them and all they have, and we might be seeing some new faces in the near future there over at the
Oh
courthouse.
yes, good luck, good luck. Maybe we'll have a new is it a district attorney and defense attorneys, I
Yes,
believe.
yes, yes, indeed.
It's going to be turning into an interesting court date.
Yep,
Sounds like.
yep. Does sound like it. Well, I know there's. Hopefully, we'll have a. Hopefully, Miss Judge Brickett will have a few cases on the docket. I mean, with all this crime lately, I can't imagine that it would be a slow night. You know, it'll probably most likely be a pretty packed courthouse if I have to assume.
That's right there, Sky. I'm going to try to be there, and we will try to cover it live as it happens again from Weazel News's point of view.
Wonderful, wonderful. We look forward to that. We
Yes,
do
ma'am.
look forward to that. Um, and we do have a few newcomers onto into the city, and we would like to welcome them as our people of the week, or and as our new members. We have Blue Rat, who goes by Jason as well, and we have uh, Devin Shaw. Welcome, welcome. And I believe that we had already covered Cernal being back in the community, but just in case I had slipped up on that, welcome back to him as well. So getting more people involved, and we always love to see that. Again, go to kuffsgaming.com for all the information on what great posters and posters is not the word that I wanted to use, but but all of the great information that the server has to offer.
That's right, Lazy. I believe in the last month we've had 10 applicants, and all 10 applicants may have gotten picked up to be
Wow,
part of our city.
that is awesome. That is
Yes,
awesome.
it
We love
is.
to see that. We love to see that. Absolutely, absolutely. And what is great about the city is that there are, so many things that other cities alike do not have. Like custom vehicles. We just had 5 more vehicles added, and there are three Ford vehicles, two being kind of trucks, and then we have two Chevy Silverados that just got added, a 2020 Chevy Silverado and a uh, 2005 Chevy Silverado 3500 HD.
Now I like that 2005 Chevrolet Silverado. It's got some big old dubs on it and it's at Kuffs Customs. It's got some
Yes,
nice wheels. I don't know how well I like those wheels on it, but it sets it apart from some of the other ones you see out here on the streets.
it does, but luckily they do a great job. And we do have, Benny's. We have a lot of different places that can hook you up your ride to give you exactly what you're looking for.
That's right.
Wow. Yep. Yeah. Lot of awesome stuff happening. The weather for this upcoming week, again, like we know, the leaves are falling. we're going to be getting into that mid pre-winter weather, but for now we're going to have a few brisk mornings, but it'll turn into a nice day, a bit more wind out by the beach. Um, so definitely, if you're out by the beach, keep track of your umbrellas so nobody gets hurt by your umbrella. Um, and uh, and everybody can stay safe out there.
That's right. We'd hate to see someone be impaled by one of those good old umbrella
Yes,
poles, you know.
yes. That happened out on in a different on in a neighboring state about a year ago, and it's not something we want to have happen here in San Andreas. So always be careful.
That's right. Uh, Tan safety.
Yes, yes. Sunblock and all that good stuff. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, let's see, what am I missing here? I know we had, um, last night we had a, a few different, I don't know if it was a car stolen, but I know in the area of Venice, speaking of Venice, we had a few different, um, situations happened last night where somebody maybe it was a stolen vehicle, where a lot of stuff happened last night, that it was kind of hard to keep track of it at times, but the law enforcement and the fire department, everybody on in the city did a very good job at handling it, and doing a great job at tying up any no, I don't believe any calls had loose ends last night. Um,
I hope they all got tied up. You know, we hate loose ends in the city.
yeah, yep. Especially, with all these, calls that have been going. I don't want to say wrong because we haven't had any wrong calls, but, um, you know, we do have, quite a few missing persons, at this
Right.
time. So we
And we
want
know law enforcement is working hard to wrap up those
They
cases.
are, they are. Yes, and we wish them all the best. Of course, to our own Sky, and then Miss Salamander, and Miss Vic Porter, who is still missing as well. So we do,
Wow, I forgot about Miss McPorter.
yeah, yeah. We have three current active missing persons.
And I think they're all female too,
They
right?
they are, they are. Yep, they are.
Another common link. Dun, dun,
Yep,
dun.
yep. I thought you were gonna sing your bongo song again.
Donka donka.
I think the end of our broadcast will just be you serenading us, Mr. Vic.
Well, I would, but I unfortunately left my bongos up at the cabin, so unfortunately
Oh,
I can't
left your
serenade with
bongos.
a donka donkas.
Oh, all right. Next time.
Maybe next
Next
time.
time.
Maybe next time.
Next time. Yes, you'll definitely have to serenade us with your bongos. I never thought I'd ever say that.
As always, a first here in this server.
Always a first and probably not a last. Definitely probably not a last.
Oh,
Let's
definitely
see.
not.
Are we missing anything that I have missed? Trying to
I
think.
don't think you're missing anything that you have missed. I think you've covered everything you have covered there, Lindsay.
That's what that is what I meant. That is
Yeah, I think
I
you covered
I
everything
said
that's not
what I
missing.
said and I meant what I meant. Oh
I
Lord.
think all the highlights, all the major points, I think you've covered and I've covered, and we've
Yeah.
hit all the donkey donkers we could hit tonight.
Never a dull moment. Never a
Never.
dull moment ever. Wow.
I think that's all there, Miss Lindsay.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us. My name is Lindsay Ward. This is Dick Dastardly. Make sure you guys tune in next week when we will be back at 8:15 EST. on the channel 13 and this channel, and look out for all the approved streamers who also stream from their channels, kuffsgaming.com/approved streamers. Check them out
That's
if you do want to check out our server, kuffsgaming.com/guide. The save application link and the Discord is right to your right hand on the screen as well, along with our stream rotation. Make sure you guys check that out to be noticed on all the new to get a notice about all the new information that the server has to offer. With that being said, we appreciate you being here, and we will see you here on the next one at Weazel News, and we will see you on the next one. Badonka donka.
Good night, everybody.
Chill. Yeah.
This is
M16.
unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on their P's and their Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on their P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.